There are two other significant areas up in Cool: American Canyon outside Auburn Lake Trails and Cherokee Bar accessible through Slager Mine. This area is abundant with amphibians, swimming hardy souls in cold water, beautiful vistas and climbs. Wildflowers are abundant along the river as exhibited here, as well as these wonderful newts, California newts. Stevens is a moderate strenuous 7-mile out and back hike featuring the panorama of the hills and steep canyons as it weaves its way along a steep ridge with several precarious drop-offs on its descent to Secret Ravine. It also features a mining cave right on its path that one could easily peek into or spend more time with a flashlight and caution. Prospectors are frequent on these trails down there, so you might see some folks with a couple of small dredges and a twinkle in their eye. Windy Point is more accessible, 3 miles round trip, and has several steep and tricky spots to navigate. We'll explore Windy Point with a brief overview by Diane Cornwall, Canyon Keeper's flower maven, as she provides a thumbnail on flowers of ASRA. Flowers blossom to life from February into December, with the best displays erupting like lava on the hills during April and May. The elevation changes in ASRA from 440 to 3,000 feet, often within 1.5 miles as canyon meets river. The elevation is important in bloom timing and distribution of the plants and helps yield an ecosystem where an amazing 629 species, subspecies, and varieties blossom in delight of the senses.
Signs are a good example. We probably replace over 100 signs a year that are vandalized here in the park, and of those, in a year or two, we wouldn't have any signs at all. This used to be a gate post here for a gate we had. And believe it or not, somebody, probably 3 or 4 people with giant trucks, came in here and pulled this whole thing out of the ground. It's so massive that we weren't able to use it again, and we haven't been able to get it out of here because we would need a crane to do it.
The area Superintendent Lynch details is on Ponderosa Way, proceeding from Auburn towards Ponderosa Bridge and on into Weimar. This area is the last untamed gathering spot in Auburn SRA where lawlessness is a fairly common occurrence. Next year, this will be a fee area with a collections gate, providing much-needed supervision and funding resources to make this spectacular, bucolic setting more accessible. The river access here is poignant and makes a great spot for families. The historic Ponderosa Bridge and adjacent Codfish Fall trails are the main draws for the hiking enthusiast.
If you can believe it, it's fall, it's what, the 21st of September, but somebody in the last couple of days has dumped a couch here, and they've dumped it not just anywhere, they had to put it right in the, like almost in the road. The only good news is they didn't put it further on the bridge, pour some gas on it, and light it on fire. This, unfortunately, is how a lot of our area would look if we didn't have cleanup. 20 couches a year we take out, 15 or 20 refrigerators, a gazillion tires. It's just incredible.
Putting the camera crew to work.
I think maybe back on the corner. Well, here we go. Here's another good example of wear and tear. All the boards coming up to the bridge have either been pulled up or gone off. Further down, you see more missing boards. Someone just in the last month has taken some of our sideboards, so we'll work this winter to get them fixed up. Plywood you see down is kind of interesting because that's where people have built fires on the bridge. This is a wooden bridge, so we cover up the holes with plywood. All in all, this poor Ponderosa Bridge takes a toll every year.
The employees and volunteers within Auburn SRA are unsung heroes who often risk their lives and livelihoods to make the park the gem it is. It's a testament to the professional dedication and hard work of state parks under the direction of Mike Lynch that the brilliant work they do often goes unseen by the public. Auburn SRA is in danger of having its funding removed, the gates closed, the employees dispersed or terminated, thus beginning what will be a steady decline for the usability of this public treasure. This is ludicrous past any threshold of sanity given the community involvement, use, and love of the park married to the numerous businesses in the area that depend on a vibrant and safe park for their livelihood. Please write or call your government representatives and express your concern. In addition, please don't pass up the opportunity to vote yes on state parks via an affirmative vote on Proposition 21 and do your part to preserve this treasure for generations to come. Thank you.
This is one of my favorite rock walls here in the Quarry Amphitheater. The patterns that you're seeing on here with all the lines were not made by drilling equipment while they were quarrying in here. These are all natural. This is actually a fault surface in here, and what's really neat to me is that the fault was moving in this orientation at one time and in this orientation at another time. So the fault was moving horizontally for a while. At a later time, it was also moving in a more quasi-vertical orientation as well. Pretty neat information that you're getting from this rock wall. It's a really nice amphitheater in here, cooler on a summer day than elsewhere. All of the rock that was in here was that limestone, that blue-gray rock. It's all been quarried out, used for building material, used for concrete, used for refining beet sugar as well for a while. But it's all been quarried out over about a 40-50 year period. Interesting things to me about the quarry is where you can see right here we have the blue-gray limestone, which is 250 million years old, $250 million coral atoll that came across the Pacific and was welded onto the western part of the United States. Sitting right here in it is this black rock. This black rock is a volcanic dike in here called dacite, and it's only 15 million years old. So the difference between 15 million years and 250 million years happens right here where you can put your finger on it. Pretty neat stuff.
To get to Quarry Trail from Auburn, take Highway 49 south, turning right across the American River towards Cool. Turn left on a small dirt road 1/4 mile south of the river crossing. Trailhead is beyond the parking area at a green gate.